There was once a severely deformed man who I had read about. It took all my courage to seem unfazed when I met him. When I heard him speak, I realized how sensitive he was and deep. As I was leaving, I went to shake his hand and he burst into tears. Nobody had ever shaken his hand before. My name is Carole Shelley. I was the original Mrs. Kendall in The Elephant Man, which opened on Broadway in 1980. I have played many other parts. The original production of Wicked, The Odd Couple, the original and the movie. But I've never had such a fulfilling role as Mrs. Kendall. She was a compassionate woman, responding to the needs of this unique man, the Elephant Man, giving him hope. Elephant families are very strong, have very strong bonds. But this man had no family, no bonds. This man was alone. Now I'm playing a different role and I'm asking you to use your imagination. Think of a situation where you need help. Perhaps you've just come home from the hospital, but you don't know which way to turn. Now imagine someone offering their hand to help you. Whatever the scenario, one thing is constant. You are extremely vulnerable and isolated. You need a Mrs. Kendall, someone who is compassionate and responds to your unique needs, someone who helps you realize you're not alone. You've Got Nurse will connect you with that person. You've got nurse. You've got options. You've got hope.
My name is Catherine Chadwick. I'm a registered nurse by profession. I created You've Got Nurse to provide people like yourself with a kind of Mrs. Kendall, someone with whom you can talk, someone who can address your specific needs. There's so much more to living than what many people experience.
You've got options. You've got hope.
In today's society, many people feel isolated or lonely or afraid to face a certain illness or condition. Some become depressed, and more often later in the day when the sun goes down, also known as sundowning. Many suffer from seasonal affective disorder, known as SAD or SAD. Often, these are concerns that are in the room, but not always discussed. You've Got Nurse will help bring your needs out into the open so they can be addressed. Perhaps you need wound care, or someone to help you get to the doctor, a friendly ear, or a willing advocate.
Perhaps you've just come home from the hospital, but you don't know which way to turn.
These are just a few examples, but it's really all about what you need. There's no need to be sad or feel like the sun is always setting. Which leads me to a term that I often use in my work, the sunshine quotient. It typically refers to lighting gradients in photography and radiology, but it also applies to how we work with our clients and helping them to restore a certain vibrancy and resonance within themselves. Once you had a perfect memory, and now you have trouble remembering if you took the right medication.
You've got nurse. You've got options.
We help you create a life that's filled with the things that you're impassioned about, and we help you raise your sunshine quotient. Things are always changing. Sometimes it happens in a split of a second. More often, things change over years. As we age, our body and mind change. Regardless of the change, there's always that need for connection. Just like you, I know from firsthand experience. That's my mom, Rachel. She was a vibrant woman. She loved her life despite the losses and tragedies she endured and the disappointments she faced. Rachel was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in her early 80s, progressed to 24/7 care at home for the last several years of her life. Rachel was just marvelous. She would read you an article from the newspaper with perfect diction and inflection and give you the feeling that she knew what she was saying, though she couldn't string a sentence together on her own. That was okay with us. It was all about living with an open heart, a sense of humor and respect. As her condition progressed, we all had to keep adjusting the ways we supported her. But one thing remained constant, our connection to her and to each other. My children and my children's children. The cycle continues. You've Got Nurse will help you continue the cycle. You're not alone. You've got Nurse.
You've got hope.